like. It says I'm live. I don't know about everybody else, but I can't sit and wait. I sit there and watch the clock. And I see I have volume over here. There I go. But just finished getting a few things ready. Trying to remember how to set this up. And I see June and Denise, and see there's been a few on here. Hi, Nancy. Just getting ready for the block today. I have half cut out and sewed in the first little steps, and then I have parts left. But I was going to see in the pattern, there's one place I had to, when you have to cut out a bigger block and you wonder what the heck you're doing. That must be in the next pattern. Yes. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, thank you. Day early, but thank you. I'll remember all of you guys tomorrow, gals tomorrow. Go and barbecue at my daughter's. And I hope my cold sounds way better. I took the COVID test. It's not COVID. It's just a frog decided it wanted to join my family again. I always get this froggy voice several times a year, unfortunately. And I don't know why. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Darlene. And this is the most birthday wishes. And then I just got a package in the mail today from a quilter, Beth Metcalf. She sent me yardage of lighthouses. So now I get to plan a quilt. But Admiralty Head is over very close to where Melinda lives right now. And thank you. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And then she sent me some rocks and water. So I'll have to plan a quilt with that. Yeah. It is. I use a lot of nasal spray, the saline solution one. Because it seems, oh, Pamela's is next week? Well, happy birthday, Pamela. We'll have to remember for next week. We'll have to try to remember that. I don't have anything in here for... I don't even have your address transferred over here. That's unusual for me. Oh, there it is. I don't have, actually, when your birthday is. I have your address. And how's the weather in Iowa? I'll just pencil in. My mother-in-law, my son's is Monday. Hi, Sherry Rose. My son's is Monday. My mother-in-law's would have been next Friday. Hers was the week after mine. on the 26th. Okay. And you're right smack in the middle. Went from 80. You went from what, 60 to 90? Oh no. I think I'm just now getting to, it says 81 here. Hi, Maureen. It's like, there, your birthday's in my book now. June says it's 70 there. Okay. The Four Winds block, they're all 2.5 inch squares when you're done. You have some solid 2.5s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solid 2.5s. Everything else is a half square triangle that has to be squared out to 2.5. Every single square on this thing. But I have one more block after this one's done, and then that sampler quilt's done. And then we'll work on a couple other little things that people have asked about. And so if you have any suggestions, 90 in New York also. We're all going to get warmer, I guess. Austin gets his trailer moved today at 3 o'clock. But I made mine look like these are the green leaves to the flower. And then I did 2 in purple, 2 in blue. But on the pattern, it tells you to dissect everything. Well, I looked at the picture ahead of time. I can put, there's 1, 2, 3, counted the pieces, 3, 6, 9, 12. So I could take 6 pieces of yellow, 6 pieces of white, sew the line down the center and sew from there. Hi, Yo Patty. Hi, Brandon. We're all working. Oh, computer glitches. Good thing you have somebody. And Sherry, I'm playing with potato chip blocks. Think it will be a topper for my dresser. That sounds good. It's a very easy thing to do. And I hope Brandon can help you solve your issues there, Patty. Miss Patty G. But there's always some shortcuts as you go and as you advance. And I thought, I will tell you the shortcuts as we go. Because it's like, I could cut these all in those angles, but then you're giving yourself bias edges to sew. And if you happen to stretch them, they stretch and stay stretched. So it's like there was 2 sets of the light blue for the flower because there's just 2 of them there. There was 2 of these bigger squares for the lavender flower. And then there was there was 6. I cut up 3 because that did half. So here's the other 3. 1, 2, 3. And then these all get trimmed down to 2.5. But I try to help teach why I do the steps I do. There are shortcuts. It's like, it's way prettier than the black one. The black version of it. That's not as pretty as that version. But I have one block left next week. And I only had a certain amount of my white left. And I can tell you, that white cut it so close. I had 3 pieces that was like 2 1/4 by 3 inches left. That was it. That was it. And those are already in the bag to go to Marla, because Marla's making a postage stamp quilt. Yes, it's like, I've used dark background on 2 quilts. I used black. And then as it made the musical stuff pop out. But it's like, it was also on my grandkids' bunk, the bunk bed set that I had unset. But it was just one of those things. I thought black is good for kids. Black is not good for kids. That black shows dog hair, lint, everything. Everybody's popping up now. I keep having these pop-ups show up on my screens. Have to take them off because they cover your words. But my voice is getting better. I still crack at times. Greenland quilter with Larry. And when I get done with this block, then I'll show you the next one. But I will continue on sewing some very small squares. It's like these ones here. This is what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to cut 2 triangles and then sew them together. That's what they wanted the whole thing to do. But I'm doing a shortcut on some of these. And I forgot to turn the volume down on my phone. As I turn my volume down. There, it's off. Shove it over there. Just to make sure I don't get the initial noise. But when you sewing these, this whole edge right here, the long edge, when you cut them in half, is very stretchy because you're on the bias. And you can take and stretch those out of whack, and then they will be kind of wavy, like a potato chip, but not a potato chip. Take the camera down some. It's like, that way you can watch me sew. And I'll try to keep up in the chat. I could move it so I don't have to keep turning my head. Hi, so Terry. Okay. She's cooking in this heat, and I don't think it's cooking food. I think she's cooking herself and Sebastian. Hi, Donna Dixon. Glad you can make it. I'm moving my chat down in front of me. That way I don't have to keep looking over here. Now it looks like I'm either at my sewing machine Hi, Kathy. Putting my cough drop in. It's like using a lot of nasal spray. So I'm going to get all of these little pre-cut ones all sewed back together. I should be putting these through because they have to go through twice. I'm sewing just a 1/4 inch on each side of the line because these only have to go through once. Hello, Gladys. There's still a few of my ABCs that I can't say. So when I enunciate some words, I squeak through very well. But just to make sure everybody, I did take a COVID test because of Ronnie and her surgery on Monday. And I am negative. Because it's like they're having a barbecue tomorrow for my birthday. Because if I was positive, I would not go out. They said we could have the barbecue and stay outside. Then I couldn't transfer the germs. Because I don't want her sick before her surgery. We want this over with. So, is anybody else sewing today or have a project going? I'm always interested in other people's projects. It's not like I need more plans in this head. Right now, there's no room for storage up there. But I'm just trying to think. Pet dander, weeding. What caused this to hit? Come back down, grab a few more of these. Oh, guess I better make sure that white on white's correct. But last night, goofing off, I cut out all the white for the last block. And it's amazing what I had so little left. So 2 yards is cutting it close. Well, it would have cut it really close, but I found in the sale samplers, I just happened to find this fabric. I found a couple chunks of it. Turn around, turn the iron on. I have no great grandkids this week or next week. This week, Grandma's home. Next week, Grandma's home, but they're going north with Grandma. They're going to vacation Bible school, which Alani loves going to vacation Bible school. Because she gets to go play with other kids. Yes, a lot of them are her cousins, but she does make a few other friends. It's preparing her for her next step in life. Preschool. I don't think there's going to be any issues. I hope there's no issues. Because she seems to be pretty good with other people. She's got her shy moments, but you have to have those shy or bashful, on guard, afraid of others. Hi, Maritza. And how are you today? I'm cutting my squares that I just sewed on each side the 1/4 inch line. Yeah, my daughter-in-law goes up. She's a teacher in real life at a prison. And she goes up and she teaches up there also. So now I press these all to the dark side. Haven't seen if there's any that need flipped the other way or not. Thought I had everything out here ready, but I didn't. Yeah. They have a 4-H group up there also that is mainly to family. Hello, Shirley. Round to it. It's here. Saying hello to myself and everybody. And hope you're feeling well today, Shirley. Oh, thank you, Shirley. As in my book, it's just another day. Hi, Lorraine. I'm reminded the month of June has the most birthdays in my family. It was my dad and my brother-in-law, myself, my son, my mother-in-law, and then our friend that passed away. He was the last day of June. Hi, Kenneth. And how is Kenneth today? There's a lot of half square triangles here to press. I think I counted 28, I think. Hi, Giovanna. She's saying good evening to everybody because it is late for her. I'm glad she attends, and I try to grab anything that she does, even if it's late. Because there's times we can't sleep. And yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I took off for a little bit, went over to help over at Austin's trailer. I come home to a lovely little girl dug up my flower bed again. Yeah, you haven't went to bed yet? But I always try to catch everybody's. I was giving the mailman a bad time about Austin getting so many packages. And he says, well, one's yours today. Trimming all these little tiny pieces. Postcards can be simple. Here's the postcard I received one time. But back then, do they still have where you can get the address label and stuff in the back? I'll cover up the address label. Do they still make the backs to where you can do that? And this comes from Indiana. I made some Christmas ones. You can make them simple or you can get carried away. Yeah. Years ago, row by row, which is a quilting thing that's going on right now. Excuse me. They did the postcard thing. I was going to see if it had a year on it. No, it does not. If the postage stamp says, 2015. 2015. I've had that a while. It's like I talked for hours before I came live and not one cough. Now that I get on here. But it's like but I have not looked to see if they still make those postcard backings for them or not. I made you can make a simple background and then you can applique balloons on top and do the fancy stitch. This one here is made with that what is that that foam that you crumple it and it bounces back because it's like it has that good you can get a stamp. And this was the envelopes that we had to purchase. And I guess the post office can send it right through with this envelope. But the postmark doesn't stay on the plastic very well. But I've always been going to write back to this gal to see if she's still quilting or not. I should do that. It makes like a new pen pal. Okay. Because this says postcard camp party. Postcard party 2015. And they have a fake little stamp on it. But they say address the whole thing and send it through the mail in this plastic sleeve that you can buy. But I'll have to send that gal a picture of the postcard because we didn't know whose postcards we was getting. It was like a postcard exchange. We took them back into our local store that we had the postcard party that we all made our postcards. And then they sent them into a like a clearinghouse thing. And then however many she sent in, she got that many in return. And I just happened to get one from a Sandra to Sandra. I thought that was different. But that's a cute thing to do. Oh, here comes my grandson. Hope he remembers that I'm on. It's like he should. I hope. If he hears me talking to somebody. Yes, Bailey. Bailey heard Austin come through the door. So he must be going to go take a shower. That way he's all ready for work. I got to find what people use for the inside of the postcards now. Because this stuff was a very flexible stuff. Does it cost extra postage? I don't know. There's all sorts of little things I'll have to check into. I left it out so it's more accessible to me. Trimming up all these little half square triangles takes the time. That's why I went ahead and did half last night. I didn't sew yesterday except for that. It just takes time when you're doing 4 different little slices here. You will have to go get in touch with Bree. Yes, She makes them. She's enjoying that. But I really like this bounce back stuff I have in this one. Somebody's calling somebody. Trying to do a live with Austin by sounds because my phone's turned off. You have your video. You're still working on it, Terry? My one has junk mail, 2 layers. I sewed on it and then put the backing on. Okay. But I just want to know if they still have the same on a video, not the machine. Okay. Oh, you had to make something and show. I forget what it was. A little brain dead. Someone challenged you, kind of. Oh, what the? Is it to do with your hexies? Because you can free motion on any quilt block you make. You don't have to. Hexies can be hand quilted is what looks the better, but you can free motion. And thank you, Kathy. My birthday is tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be 68 months, 68 years, 12 months, and however many minutes. Yes, Lisa. I think it was Lisa. Because she wanted to know how you did it. I'm doing it the traditional way. Yes, Kathy, that is my way of counting. 68 years, 12 months, and being I was born at 1:05 in the afternoon, my birthday technically doesn't start until then. I think that's how they do it in some cultures. Or some cultures start on day of conception. Well, heck, mine would be all goofed up on my kids because no doctor predicted any of them correctly. So if you go 9 months back of when they was born, but that's not always true that way. The Chinese do that, day of conception. I knew some culture did. In other words, I'm just going to say going on 70. There is a calculator out there. I said I'm going to keep it on up dial. Tells you how many minutes, how many seconds. You can pick what you want it to pick. Going to need a new computer. Grandson is not sure if he can transfer everything from the old one. All those pictures, files, maybe. Oh no, yes. I was told if you can get them on a thumb drive, do it. One of those little tiny sticks. That's what I have to do with my old computer before it crashes. Our computers do get old. They do have life expectancies, just like us humans. It's just I bought more computers than I have my years. Because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've had 8 computers since I started even using the computer back when the kids was little. Because school said we needed a computer back in 1980, 88, 89, right in there. They said we needed home computers, the school did. So I think that's when I bought my first one. And back then it was, I think a Commodore 64, I think was all the rage. And we figured out how to program screensavers. Okay, Giovanna, she's had a computer crash that she needs to have the technician to. Yes. Excuse me again. When Austin gets done today, a load of clothes gets washed. Oh, my last one. And on this pattern, it wanted us to cut some 2 7/8. I always cut to the next up because I'm a believer of I would rather trim than come up short. But I normally try to have 1/4 of the pattern together. But when I was having this issue with my voice, I decided to have half done today. It's all in pieces. It's a big old puzzle because I didn't know what was going to happen today. But I am a diehard. Okay, here is the scraps. He took it home to try. I have my phone for YouTube Lives. I hate it. I like a desktop. Yeah, but desktops are one of those things. I went with the laptop. The hard drive is where your files get stored. If they can take that out, they can hook it up to an adapter and transfer files. That is most of the times, yes. My one laptop that I got to take pictures off of, it runs, but it likes to I have to wait for it to update, then find out it can't update. So then it has to reload the old way. Okay, so I have to put as the picture. Oh, so it's a pinwheel out here first. There's a pinwheel in the middle. Jill of all trades. My one desktop, the old tower, I called it the heavy duty thing of everything. It crashed one day. We went out riding before the holiday, and we decided that we'd go riding the four-wheelers, come back, and my computer crashed. the weirdest feeling to come home and have to, all the business information was on it. So I had to dig out paper and pencil and do all the business stuff the good old fashioned way. Pencil and paper hit the pad. December 28th, and I figured out the new program because a lot of those bookkeeping programs only allow you so many uploads. Hi, Mary. Yes, it is a lot of half square triangles. It is for sure. There's a pinwheel, a 3/4 pinwheel in every corner. And that's what I'm sitting up there right now. And then the pinwheel out here in the middle. And then the extended, I made it green. They have it orange. But I thought it looked more like it should be leaves. Because it's like, I don't know what the four winds are these supposed to represent, north, south, east, and west. And this the sunshine. But my interpretation is green centers, four flowers, because that it looks like four tulips. From you, Maureen, I cheated yesterday and opened up my package. The one I got today from Beth, I opened up. Well, I didn't know what it was for sure. But there's all the pieces. Now I got to do the big webbing. It's like I've showed. I think I sewed June. Because June got hers the same day. And I said, "Did you get your package?" So that must have been Wednesday, day before yesterday. Because there was no mail yesterday. Oh, Giovanna's got to go to bed. Okay. And you have a good night's rest. Because it is always something we need, a good night's rest. But it's like, Maureen, I opened yours because I was more with this sore throat, just kind of, ugh. So I opened it. I needed a pick-me-upper. So now I just have to lay this board down beside me. And I'll pick it up in the pieces. And so a big webbing. No, I don't get the little ones for a couple weeks. And then they would arrive at 2, which would be a half hour still. But I want to try to have all my stuff done because of the simple fact that way they get all of my attention. The only baby I have is my youngest grandson, Austin, is here. He's the baby of that group. And then Delaney will be the baby of the next group. Right now it's Cade. I just put new pictures in their frames. You got your trailer moved out of the way?
No.
The little
I ain't
trailer.
gonna be there till 3, so I ain't gonna move it.
Your little trailer?
I ain't gonna be there. I'm not even gonna move it until he gets there.
Oh. Okay.
I'm pay for the damn thing.
Okay.
About 3. Head up to Days Inn.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
And then can you bring your step ladder from the garage?
A step ladder? Okay. I'll try to remember.
I'll text you to remember.
Okay.
Because I have a 30-minute turnaround to get that whole fucking trailer that whole trailer unloaded, put the thing up onto the slide out, and get my whole trailer settled and ready to go and get on the road.
Yeah. Well, you won't get it skirted today.
I gotta get it off the trailer because I'm gonna try to give you your trailer back because I'm like, I gotta pay for 2 freaking parking spots.
Well, that's you put the trailer over here for now. It's like nothing saying that you have to do the trailer today.
I'm saying I'm doing the trailer today.
Yeah. To be young again. And excuse his language. He's trying to keep converted to his graveyard hours. So when he's up during this sleep time, it's like, what a bear. What a bear. I always remember just put on the smiley face and go on to the next. It's always been my rule. You leave all your troubles at the door. It's hard to do. It is hard to do at times, but we got to do it. My granddaughter, Saturday, are you getting all excited to have a new little one in your presence? Are you going to be the spoiling great grandma? It is great grandma, right? Yes. I know my granddaughter would. Can't wait. But she's got to go September 4th. Excuse me again. Be your 4th. It's like, I don't know how I got ahead of some of us, but it will make 3 boys, 3 girls. And that's what I had in grandkids. And then we got the foreign exchange student granddaughters, which Nora is in touch with us all the time. The other one, not so much. Yeah, you got one more grandchild than I do. But if I count Nora in them, I don't think Nora will ever have a baby. She doesn't even remotely even acknowledge it. But she's still young. She's 22. She's the same age as Austin. And they both turn, there's the same month, too. He's April 11th. She's April 25th. Almost said 24th. That was my dog. These things get twisted. I remember to untwist them. Oh, you didn't have the... Yeah, I forgot about that. You don't know if it's going to be a boy or girl. I don't know if we had that option back then. It just never interested me. And Carrie finally woke up. So, what are you hoping for, Maureen? Besides healthy baby. I always hope for the healthy. Oh, Austin must be putting garbage in my can. I hear noises out here. Yep, healthy is what we want. They're all going to be cute, adorable, and spoiled. Oh, now I have a police officer out here. But they both got the same vehicles. I didn't know a police officer even knew how to find my house down here. They don't exactly patrol down here very well. So Maureen will have to send me the notification what she has. He's just talking to the police officer through the door. I'd like to be over there when the police officer comes to say, you can't live in your trailer. Well, then get everybody else that's living in trailers out. Why do you pick on one, not the rest? Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So there's 30 half square triangles. I think it is. Got one more row to go when I get these last two here on. Someone started a pot, boy, girl date and wait. There's about $800. If I win, I told my granddaughter I would give her half and the other half to St. Jude. Okay? It's like all my great grandkids have savings accounts now. Our local bank did a 5 for 5 or something. You start it for $500 and you get 5% interest or 7.5% interest. It was just one of those things that is like, okay. So they all got savings accounts. Well, they had them all open when they was born. They all got them transferred over to the 5 for 5, the higher interest rate, because they haven't made a whole lot of money. But all of our recyclable monies goes over to their accounts. So, like when our aluminum cans go in, anything we get money for recycling, it just gets split up between their savings accounts. We did that for our grandkids when they was little. And we said if someone ever wonders where you got your money, you could say aluminum, copper, nickel, whatever the coins are made out of. Because I saved all my pocket change. And once a year, it was, their birthdays were all in the fall until Austin was born. Oh. And so all my pocket change I'd save it up, and it usually averaged $20 a kid. So on Emily's birthday was the first one to start the lineup. And so on Emily's birthday, I would go put $20 in every kid's savings account just for my loose change. And then if there was nothing they needed or wanted on their birthdays, they got a little gift, and the rest went in their savings account also. So when they got to the car buying stage, they had enough money to go buy at least some beater with a heater is what I always called them. At least they was on their way, or if they was good enough to put their money up. And they all started with beaters with heaters. And they're just progressing up to newer. Emily went to new. But they respect it more if they've earned it. Okay, now I got to take this nice webbed piece, double check to make sure all the pieces are the right way. I'll show you guys up on the design wall before I see one wrong. Let's see if everybody else can find the wrong one. Whoops. Of course, it's not going to stay up there. I'll have to put a couple pins. When I dropped that piece on the thing. I said, "Oh, I know how to put it back together." It's like, yeah, right. It just shows I did not. Hi, Linda Denton. One more week of block, and then the blocks are done, and on to other things in my life. And this should be an easy one to spot. It was for me. There. Can anybody spot the wrong block? Everybody saying hi to Linda Denton. But if you need me to point out where it's wrong, it's right there. I got a date with Jack. Yep, that's you found it, Maureen. I dropped that block, and when I picked it up, I should have double checked better. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Didn't do it. It's the simplest of things, right? You're exactly right. What would life be without Jack? So, break that tie because it's webbed. I'll take the whole thing up there. And I'm the every 3 stitches or 4 stitches on the back side, on one side. I cannot put this seam ripper between the material and give it a pull. It's like I do every 3 or 4. Pull it apart and put it back together. Okay. Get sewed this way. Because I know it's sew on a blue side, and that blue side's not the right side. Oh, this double presser foot down here at my foot. I keep saying I could pick it up, but it took you a while. As every time I have did it, I've put a hole in the fabric, and I never have a fabric to replace it. So I give up. I don't have it to waste, so it's like I give up. It was just me. I didn't have it. So I just play it safe, I guess. Dinner is done. Kitchen is cleaned up. Now back to editing. Okay. Looking forward to whatever you're putting out. Kathy, did you get your block done today? Wish there's a better way of pressing these. Because every other row has to go one up, one down. It's like, I ate my lunch before I came on, cleaned up the mess, and Bailey must have been out sleeping in my tore up flower bed. Hi, Rita. So, over on Rita's last night, we found out the human hand can shake and make the butter at the same time as manpower, electricity. It took about the same amount of time. Now this one. Yeah, I bet that butter is good. Then you had that bread to go with it. Roll this over again. This here having all these little tiny 2.5-inch squares, 36 of them, is the time consuming today. And then pressing. Your maters, they're tomatoes. Isn't that what a mater is? I would love to have a garden fresh mater. I don't even have to have bread and butter. I would just have a sliced tomato on a plate. Yeah, I was debating on having pasta with red sauce. And then but being I'm going out for burgers tomorrow, I figure I'll just wait until the next day. Yes, I'm talking about tomatoes, just using southern slang, calling them maters. We always did. And I'm not from the South. Because I think we just did it because we was always in a hurry. It's taters and maters. Taters are potatoes and maters are tomatoes. See, I don't put it on my burger. Yep. Taters are potatoes and maters are tomatoes. We just shortened the word. I never knew it was a South thing because I'm older than Rita. So it must not be a real South thing. Because I'm not a South. I'm a small town girl. Talking about maters, I have some fresh mozzarella and some nice fresh tomatoes, so I will have them some balls with some balls. Yeah. And Sherry, yum, maybe it's not South thing, just a thing. Yes, it's a thing. And then with my nice voice, I can't say a lot of words or letters. That frog gets me. So on the first grouping of my hind anemona, and is your day progressing good today? All the family needing everything you. Chat starting to move. Oh, Pepsid and Tums. No, Sarah Jane is Tuesdays only for now. I have the 1/4 inch on this one where it needs to be. And on the Sarah Jane, those blocks are all Sarah Jane's 1/4 foot. Okay, Slick Stitches have been just lurking. Lurking's allowed. I lurk because I sew. Because I'm always sewing something. So I usually have it right down here by me. I was glad that all the enunciation come out on that Slick. Because I was having trouble with the letter C's. So I was really glad that it worked. But I'm just sewing row by row. Now, that's how we do it. We put our shoe on 1 foot at a time. We sew one piece at a time, 1 block at a time till we get a quilt. And I also make sure I have everything I need before I start, except for when I want to make it bigger. So that fabric should all be showing up tomorrow. First one tomorrow, the other one probably won't be till next week. Sherry, I am dog sitting this week and next. Okay. The little one at your house? That's so adorable. That's Mona. You have a great German deli. Oh, as far as macaroni salad and that goes, that's not a me thing. Ronnie is making a crab salad. She goes, "It is your birthday, Mom, so I'm getting a crab salad." Very, 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 very little salad dressing. It's more moistened with the bread and butter pickle. We're halfway sewed together. Salmon and rice for your dinner tonight. I would do the salmon, but I don't know it would probably be fish and chips with salmon. Because I'm not the best rice person either. I can eat it, but I just don't. Not by itself. Oh, Austin changed his mind. He brought the trailer over. Hi, Bernice. Can't stay, but wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Oh, thank you. A day early. I don't know if I will catch you on a live tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Bernice. Yeah. Who knows? I know I have to go out to my daughter's for birthday barbecue. Just watching Austin in this trailer and is just making sure his position. I didn't think he said he wasn't going to bring it over. Wasn't that the last thing he said? Park it right there, Austin. As long as it's off the sidewalk. Someday he's going to take off my siding or my fence. It's like, don't look, Grandma, don't look. Just let him go. His bullheaded. I'm not sure where he got that. But thank you very much, Bernice. It's looking so good. Hi, Della. Oh, thank you. It's like, I will always have a good birthday. Just don't ask me what year it is. And we got it made. Because it'll still be 68 years, 12 months, 13 months. I'll try to count it down. Or I'm going on 70. Make sure to nest them as I go. Every 2 inches, I have to stop. Make sure they're nested. Because I'm not going to use a pin. It's just one number that I've never liked. In all 68 plus of my years. Probably at least the last 20 years, 30 years. And I've Googled up the year of 69. I don't know why that is there. One more seam. One more press. Because I don't want any of these to turn the wrong way. You don't like 66? I have no problems up until this one. My husband, rest his peace, rest his soul, he hated turning 30. I about killed him before he got 30. As I'm a failure. I don't have $1 million in savings. I don't have a house. I don't have. It's like, everything. Our car is a beater with a heater. It's like, we don't have this, we don't have that. I says, we have each other. You have your kids. You have family. You have this. That was the longest. I'm not kidding you. 12 months. As soon as he turned 29, he started. And Melinda had the same issue turning 30. Because she was married and divorced and 2 kids and this and that. It's like, oh, I know who she's related to. Yes, Donna Armstrong. Just glad to still be here. Yes. And I have this great group of followers. Great group of followers. Now I will trigger that iron back on. Grab the spray mister. Yeah, Terry had the same problem. I'm not going to be 70 tomorrow. I'm going to be that 1 year before that. Slick stitches. I just don't like the number 69. Don't know why. It's just one of them things. We figure out our little quirks in life. It's like, that's a big thing to figure. I used to give my husband a bad time about the turning 30. Well, he could give me a bad time about this turning 69. It's just a number. It's just a number. I made it past. My mom passed away at the age of 65. So I was very thankful for making 66. I was. Because, some people say you follow in your mother's footsteps. You're going to be 72 on Sunday? Well, happy early birthday to you. Yeah, we never know where we're going to pop up, do we? We just never know. And then I might run up and see my great grandkids. Well, my grandkids. It's like, you thought I was, it's like, I wish I was a little bit younger and go back and fix the mistakes I made. It's like, the only thing I would fix is my hurting of the knee, the wrecking of the four-wheeler. I don't want anything else changed in my life. I have a great group of friends that I've managed to. Who would ever thought YouTube would bring so many of us together? Yeah, your body feels your age. Hi, Joanna. But it's like, here is all 36 squares. It's going to be a very beautiful addition to the other, however many's over there. This, I think, is number 23. Hi, Sarah Stitches. Oh, you come in just in time. It's like, don't ever think that you have to do by the pattern, that's for sure. Because they did it in black. And I translated as the orange center to be the green leaves, the 4 flowers, and then the pinwheels in the corner. It's just one of those things that so it doesn't fall off. One left to do. And I cut out only the white yesterday. Next week's is, now that I know how to schedule, it's called Bright Morning Star. And I understood what you said, Joanna. But how, with these colors, they even remotely call this Bright Morning Star? It is so dark and dreary. That is next week's block. It's okay to lurk, Joanna, because that's how we get things done. Just the company is what we need. It's the company. But it's like another one down. Oh, got to write up in the corner when it was. And then I got to write on the back of the block. Today is June 20th. I'm writing 2024. Yes. It's like, that does not look like no bright morning star. So I will have white out there. And then I think I'm going to have the pattern piece. Like this has got the yellow, next time's the turquoise. I might put a turquoise center and then have all these out here be the turquoise pattern. And then just another complementary. So I will have it white for where the tan is. Turquoise pattern piece is what I'm thinking for here. And then I will pick a complementary to go with this one for these points. And then I might vice versa. And then I was going to look ahead. And we have some flying geese with the triangles. It's like, hi, Lori Clark. You made it. But I was thinking about the main color up here, and then do the complementary out here. But I like how I put the pattern. This is the main fabric. I put it in the corners on this one. Heck, it could change. It's like I missed what Carrie said because the chat went slooming by. I remember saying, yeah, yep. My mom was 2003. My grandma 2002. My grandma had just said, I feel so sorry for Bethine, how she's suffering with having the stroke. And A few months later, my grandma had a massive stroke. So it's like, I just live every day to the fullest that I can. Do what we have to. Austin has told me, quilt, make all the tops, Grandma. Just keep making the tops. Melinda and I will find a long armor, and they will become quilts. And Lori's melting today. Okay. But it's just, I live every day to the fullest. Even if it's terrible weeds, it's something that has to be done. Yes, I ache after. I still have, I have one from a thistle. I have to break open the skin because they have to let them fester. I still have one from a thistle to get pulled out. And slick stitches is freezing here in Canada. What part of Canada are you in? I forget. Which isn't hard. My brain's getting old. We have too many people. Alberta, you're closer to above me, above Montana. Because British Columbia is above me. I've been in Alberta. I think I've been in Alberta more than I have British Columbia. But it's amazing how this heat spell, cold spell goes through. We had the last 3 days over 90 here in Massachusetts. That's terrible. And how many because how far is Alberta over to the next? It all depends on where you live, what mountain range is nearby. And my weather, I can watch it last night and it's changed by today. You bring baking soda? I should have tried that. So now I'm sitting here picking at this. All my fingertips was just covered. I reached down to pull a weed and I didn't see the thistle behind it until I was all done. You had snow the other day? Yeah, because I think somebody said in the Banff area they had snow. As a YouTuber that just drove up from Phoenix, Arizona to back to Anchorage. Nanamona is chilly too. Well, this is my first warmer day. And it is up to 82, it says. Okay. Reading all these things I should have did. Normally, what I do is I come in and I take a piece of duct tape and I put it on the end of my fingers and pull it out. About 3 hours away. My grandpa and grandma was born in North and South Dakota borders, really close together. And they migrated to Alberta, Didsbury. Ouch. And I always wanted to go up and see where and why they moved up there. Yeah, Carrie being on the 7th floor, she's up there in the heat zone even more. I still have my heater set, even though it's 82. You have some of that black drying sticky salve. Oh, I'm going to eventually get it out here today. Because it's like when I used to have the bark and didn't realize that bark was cedar. And cedar festers. And it's like, so any of that bark festers. June, I agree. It wouldn't be long before Sarah is on her feet again. But they're showing so many cheater things to do. But I'm sitting here playing with this thing. Oh, Austin's going to get Wi-Fi up there because he's closer to the motel. It's right on the edge. Why isn't it not coming up? Because I want it to. On slivers, I put liquid school glue and let it dry, pull it off. Thought about that too. My wrist keeps vibrating. I turned the phone on silent. I used to put school glue on my whole hand all the time. But this sliver, for some reason, went straight down into my finger. And I thought it would fester faster than it is. But the worst part is old eyes don't see as well as it should. But being I'm supposed to be up with Austin here in 30 minutes or less, probably should say, thank you for joining me for watching to make that block. One more block in the whole sampler quilt that we started. Hi, Marie Silva. And next week's is Bright Morning Star. And on Tuesday, we are working on the last 2 rows of the mystery quilt because they're not part of the mystery quilt. They're an add-on that Sandra K did. It's like the mystery quilt is everything between the green border. That's the mystery quilt. And then I decided to, thank you, Mary, I added on the little border and the green, top and bottom. And then I'm adding on the next border. I bought some coordinating fabric out of the same line. Yeah, Mom always wondered how I went through so much school glue. So the only thing left to sew on Tuesday is the 2 tops and bottom, or the north and the south, whatever we want to call it. And then that quilt will be all pressed. Thank you, Joanna. It'll be all pressed and folded lightly. Sit on the bed. The backing I ordered I received a birthday gift of a gift certificate for fabric. And I ordered a lavender backing for that. And Carrie Leonard, we'll probably talk again before that. Yeah. We're hoping Ronnie's surgery and her brother's birthday all will have a happy ending. But now I got to decide what I want it quilted with. That's the next big step on any quilt, is deciding what you want it quilted with. Because I just do a all over pinto. It's like nose itches. And then, but that one will come down off the wall on Tuesday. And if anything comes up that I can't be on Tuesday, I will make sure to let you guys know. Because it's like, it is the day after her surgery. I need to occupy my brain. And thank you, Nana Mona. But it's like, that'll be another quilt off. And then I ordered the fabric to finish the spiny peak. And so I got quilt backing for 5 quilts with my birthday gift certificate. So that'll be nice. That's one of them. Spiny peak is 2. My bunny quilt is 3. Aspen's quilt will be 4. And the other one is, this one for this block. See, I put it up and can't even find it. I'm going to put a yellow backing on this quilt. That'll be my first quilt with yellow backing. I have my chosen sister in Florida gifted me with a gift card, and she spoiled me. But I had them on my list to order anyway. But it's like I said, I got blessed by a quilter. I got this lighthouse fabric, and there's 2.5 yards of that, I think. And then this one with the rocks in the water. So I'm going to, because every lighthouse has stones around it somewhere. And so that's from Beth Petcalf. That's a quilting friend I got when we did the Tickacoo block swap. Because your birthday's December 23rd. Yes. So I received that. I received a birthday gift from Maureen. I'll show that next Tuesday, because I don't want to take off and run in the other room. I didn't bring it back here, but I'll show that on Tuesday. And there's 2-3 projects I have planned between the stuff that she's given me. And I'm trying to think. I think that was it. Kathy's saying hers wasn't on her channel today. How come, Kathy? Yours is in September. I have granddaughter, great-grandson in September. Linda Denton, Joanna did not feel back my birthday. Yeah, or feel bad. Yeah, my sister's is Christmas Eve. So, there we go. It's like a couple more birthdays to write down. Hey, this is how we get birthdays out of people. Yeah, my sister hated her birthday on Christmas Eve. And because she felt her presence was just picked out of the Christmas gifts. She really did. She felt her birthday present. Mom and Dad would take the Christmas wrap and turn it inside out, and they would put it underneath the tree so they didn't misplace it or up in the limbs of the tree. And being they went over and took it out from under the tree, she felt that she wasn't getting a birthday present. They just took a Christmas present and give it to her. Your computer ran out of... Okay, your YouTube didn't work. You're going to have to check on some computer issues there, Kathy. See, Ronnie was supposed to be born the week around Christmas. It's like, I can't remember back that long ago. And when she was on the nerve system, they said, she's not going to be a Christmas baby. She's going to be a Thanksgiving baby. And we will induce her the week before Thanksgiving so you can be able to travel and do whatever you wanted for the holidays. Melinda was my late one. She was born the day after my first anniversary. Yes, it's like, yes, you do feel like you get ripped off. So, and then right after when I left home and she got married, she would not put up the Christmas decorations until her birthday was over. So I'm glad she liked getting up and putting up the tree the next morning. There's never too much. We always make sure everybody gets their birthday. I don't care if they celebrate mine. Sherry, I wanted to live as old as a 3,000-year-old tree. LOL. I'm negotiating going in. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you ladies all go. And I'm glad you all came over. And thank you all for the birthday wishes. I'll see if I find anybody on tomorrow. School, yeah. Sister, school supplies. Yep, that would be all sorts of that. Yeah. We always got, it was always the same amount spent. And it wasn't a commercialized Christmas. We got things we needed for Christmas. We got things we needed for birthdays. Toys was not. Toys was something Santa brought. But I'm looking for the right mouse. It's not the one that's marked laptop. It's the one that's marked Chromebook. But we'll see everybody later. Next Tuesday. And if I will post something if I'm not going to make it for some reason. There shouldn't be any reason. I'm knocking on that wood that the surgery all goes great. Melinda's supposed to be over on Wednesday. So I might go up with Melinda on Wednesday to visit Ronnie. But everybody have a blessed day and weekend. Yes. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.